minivans are made for parents, and there's something about having children that changes one's perspective about minivans. What was once an embarrassment becomes an object of desire or a source of quiet pride. Even if one doesn't have kids, certain minivans can be appealing, be they guilty pleasures or not. Take the Chrysler Pacifica, for instance. We're not ashamed to say we think it's a fine vehicle for hauling baggage or bodies, alive ones, of course, or that we found the plug-in Pacifica hybrid to be downright exciting. Pacifica set a standard for a new generation of minivans at a time when crossovers have nearly cemented themselves as the popular, less embarrassing family vehicle. The new Honda Odyssey has its work cut out for it, then, despite being the best-selling minivan in the US for the past 6 years. A trip to the Big Island of Hawaii with wife and toddler, and car seat, and stroller, and various toys, and lots of spare diapers, in tow was our test case to see if the Odyssey has what it takes to win over parents. The styling of the minivan is nothing too adventurous, though it's more complicated than the Pacifica. Exterior lines have a number of curves and bends, making it more interesting to behold, if slightly less elegant than the Chrysler. That feeling carries over to the interior of the Odyssey as well. The angular central touchscreen and the controls below it form the visual focal point, giving the cabin a tech-forward feeling, as does the all-digital instrument panel. In the Elite trim level, a strip of mood lighting separates the upper and lower dash, accentuating the futuristic look. As busy as it appears, though, it all ends up being very intuitive to use, and the Odyssey contains a number of swell features that add to its functionality, as we'd come to learn over the course of our time with it on the island. Under the hood, Honda's 3.5-liter V6 provides 280 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. It doesn't sound as macho as the Pentastar in the Chrysler Pacifica, but it does its job just as well. Most Odyssey trims mate the engine to a 9-speed automatic transmission, but Touring and Elite instead use a brand new 10-speed automatic. We found that the 10-cog box in our tester makes the Odyssey easy to drive smoothly, as it finds the right gear without hunting around. The transmission knows when to hold onto a gear, which makes climbing several thousand feet up the mountains of Hawaii an easy, smooth task. It also drops to the correct gear for quick acceleration without having to poke the DS button into sport mode, though having that option is a nice touch, too. For those who want to take control over swapping gears, the Odyssey is equipped with a pair of paddle shifters mounted to the back of the steering wheel. We found these useful when descending mountain roads, using lower gears to keep the load off the brakes, but with one flaw: in the amount of time it takes to get to a lower gear, the lack of resistance from the engine is long enough that gravity causes the Odyssey to accelerate. This gives the powertrain more momentum to overcome when the gear engages. The Odyssey's dual-pinion electronic power steering system has a tighter steering ratio than the outgoing model, with an 18% reduction lock-to-lock. The steering didn't feel any quicker than we expected, but it did feel natural and appropriately responsive. There wasn't much feedback beyond a